Autumn is a season for sweaters, falling leaves, and pumpkin spice lattes. But for some of us, it's a season of family reunions.
Every culture and tradition has their own myths and folklores, and I used to love listening to them. So when I was young, there was a favorite story of mine told by my grandma, and it was actually the story of Hou Yi, the hero, and Chang'e, the moon goddess. This is also the story of the Mooncake Festival. So the legend goes like this. It's the story of two lovers, Hou Yi and Chang'e, and how they were separated from one another because Chang'e accidentally took an elixir of immortality and flew straight to the moon. After Chang'e ascended to the moon, Hou Yi decided to honor her by making her favorite delicacies, which were actually the mooncakes. Since there are many international students here in Edinburgh right now, I wanted to find out what the other students would do for this festival when they are away from their home.
We arrive at the private student accommodation located on Drysdale Street called Aaron House. The building houses many international students from all countries, and several Malaysian students reside here as well. I met with one of the Malaysian students named Wei Kian, as he was planning to host a small gathering for Malaysians to celebrate the festival today. I was invited in and offered some mooncake to enjoy as he prepared for the gathering. While Hou Yi sacrificed the mooncake to his wife, it was believed that the moon goddess also blessed the land with prosperity. Thus, the Mid-Autumn Festival is an inherited custom of moon sacrificial ceremonies. Ancient Chinese observed that the movement of the moon had a close relationship with changes of the seasons and agriculture production. So, to express their thanks to the moon and celebrate the harvest, they offered a sacrifice to the moon on autumn days.
These big delicacies are really popular in countries where they celebrate the Mooncake Festival. And what it symbolizes is the reunion of loved ones and family members, which is why you can see that it's round in the shape. The one that I've just showed you is the traditional version of the mooncake. But over the years, pastry chefs have become really creative, and they've made plenty of new flavors and presentations for their mooncakes. And as you can see here, this is one of the new flavors, which is the yam flavored one, and its skin is actually purple in color.
I was in for a real treat as Wei Kian offered me a special durian mooncake sent straight from Malaysia by his family. The durian fruit can be considered the world's smelliest fruit, but its flesh is actually sweet and custardy. Some would say that the smell is savoury, but the flavour is sweet.
This particular mooncake is made with the durian fruit, and durian can be considered the king of fruits. So for many people, they find it to be pungent and something that's unpleasant. But for most Malaysians, we truly enjoy eating this food.
As Wei Kian prepared for the gathering, I spoke to a few of his friends about their experiences here, from missing their families to fitting in, to of course enjoying their new life here in Edinburgh.
I miss them so much. Been here for a year, been away from my family for about a year now. Haven't seen them ever since I left. Yeah, it's been kind of hard, but I've kind of experienced racism or stereotyping, especially at work. Even though I do not speak like with an Asian accent, people still generally stereotypes me and mocks me with speaking with an Asian accent. It's kind of hurtful sometimes, but yeah.
The first gathering that we all get together, the reason that, okay, so what I remember from that most especially was Charles, that he came out, said hi to us in flip-flops. I mean, you go back to Malaysia, that's the way, even if I would meet my friends, I would be in shorts, a t-shirt, and just flip-flops, just come out, just like, what's up? For most occasions if going out with friends. That was one of the memorable things that I will remember from this group, that is more or less the first meeting.
很多都是直接跟我讲英文，因为他们看不出我是华人。可是还有很多就 有时候不，因为他们不知道跟我讲什么语言，所以他们就跟我讲英文，他们不知道我是什么人。如果你有出国留学的话，就会你看的世界比较多，然后你也会明白这世界上的人是怎样。因为我以前就是给父母宠坏，然后我没有出过来，也就是导致我一开始过来的时候，我真的很不习惯，搭巴士也不会 ，Google Map 也不会用。过后还好认识你们，所以就有话题聊。然后有时候压力大，就考试压力大，可以聚喝酒或是玩牌这样，所以就蛮 OK 啦。
As the students here are all away from home, they try their very best to get in touch with their family cultures to avoid any kind of homesickness.
What I made was bak kut teh, which basically is a broth made with pig's bone. I made soup with chicken instead of pork because we have Muslim friends over, and I wanted to make this halal, almost like a family kind of thing.
庆祝中秋节的话就是这样子，是我们整家人就是会在外面吃月饼，然后赏月，然后就好像一个家庭聚会这样，我们就会吃月饼或者是吃火锅，然后就会开始聊天。
Probably less than 10% of the people actually still kind of go with the tradition, I suppose.
The students all have their own struggles, but they remain optimistic and appreciate their time in the new environment.
I feel like I do more things on my own now. I get to appreciate things around me because at home it's just like, you know, you have your family, but now I don't have any family, so I kind of like build on myself. You have to look at a bright side where you can build on yourself, and then that's one of the best things ever. And you have friends here, honestly, and friends here make you feel like family. So I feel that you shouldn't worry too much. More like think that you're actually going here to, you know, just for a while to get things right. You know, it's a getaway. Yeah, it's a getaway to something, and you know, and it's a good thing that you can chill, you can travel, more of like doing your own things, and then come back and settle down, and you know, you will have your family back. So this is just temporary, and people should look at it as like, you know, it's an opportunity for them to have fun, yeah, and enjoy.
After his friends went home, I was able to sit down with Wei Kian and have a chat as he decided to make a childhood craft of his. Making lanterns, or generally lighting up lanterns, have been a tradition for the longest of times in Malaysia. It surely will bring back childhood memories for many of the students here.
I feel kind of sad that I don't get to spend time with my family, but it's the price I have to pay for studying abroad. But I manage it by inviting friends over for lunch or dinner. There's so much more to Mid-Autumn Festival than just mooncake. For example, for what my family does is that we go outside on the porch and we have mooncake with tea and watch the moon together. Because on the Mid-Autumn night, the moon is always full and is the prettiest as it can be. We can invite people that's not from Malaysia, for example Scottish people, to our little gathering to let them learn about what this festival is. Like any other festival, this like Thanksgiving or Christmas is about family reunion, and it's not that different from what they know about festivals.
It's really interesting to see how the Malaysian students spend time with one another and bond just like a family. And I hope that other international students will do the same and teach others about their festivals as well. So I'll see you guys soon.